It's time for Roses and Rosé. My hair is a mess, and so is Bachelor in Paradise, everybody.
Almost paradise.
The love triangle between Dean, Danielle, and Kristina is finally over. But did it end the way you were expecting? Not for me. I was kind of surprised, I'll be honest. Kristina left, but we'll get to it. Another wonderful episode. Tonight's drinking game is very dangerous. Please don't play it. But drink every time Dean says something that makes you want to go, It started off just like that in the beginning. Robby and Dean are in the pool, and Robby's like, dude, why were you like making out with Danielle right where Kristina could see you? And that was Robby flipping his hair. And Dean's like, what, she could see me? Dude, why didn't you like move her away?
Sitting right there. Why didn't you take her down to the beach?
Dean, stop with this bro code. It's a no code for me, okay? Come on. Act your age, not your shoe size. That's one. So Kristina had seen Dean and Danielle flirting in the pool last week, and she's upset, and Dean's like, I'm gonna go fix this, because he's still playing human girl ping pong. You know, but I'll give Dean this. He's like,
I wish I could be angry at someone else, but like all I can do is be angry at myself.
yeah, and we're all angry at you too, Dean. Okay? Okay. The fall of Dean. From Bachelorette star to Paradise Lothario. From Bachelorette standout to Paradise took his man stuff out. From Bachelorette king to Paradise, sing it, Dean, but I don't want to hear your song. Okay.
Did you make out with D-Lo more, or did you go back to Kristina?
Jasmine, what's up with you?
Yeah. And then Blake came back. Why? Why?
I just gotta all in.
Why? Do you remember who Blake is? I didn't. I had to look up this guy's name. He was Waboom, guys. Adversary.
You don't even know what funny looks like. Funny is not Waboom.
And I remember the fight they had. It was very fake drama. But honestly, even in Bachelorette, I didn't really care about this guy, and I definitely don't care about him in Paradise. So, drink every time somebody comes back and gets a date card.
I am very excited to make that second first impression.
So Blake's like, will you go out with me? Will you go out with me?
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Will you go out with me? I'm still talking about Waboom.
I just wanted to have a chance to be me and meet people.
I'm still talking about Waboom. I'm gonna say I'm not talking about Waboom, but I'm still talking about Waboom. You know who's not talking about Waboom, Blake? Anybody but you. And so nobody wants to go out with Blake, I think. And so I think he leaves. Bye. I don't remember what happened to Blake, but he certainly didn't stick around. I love this show, but I got annoyed at this episode. You know, I'm a little burnt out on this garbage. It's too much game playing, that's the thing. You know, you want it to be about love, but especially when these people come in late, they're so just trying to get a rose and playing the game, and they keep calling people their competition.
That's my competition. It is game time.
And it's like, it's a game. It's too gamey for me. It's so gamey that at one point, Raven and Adam were throwing food into each other's mouths, and we watched it for probably 30 seconds. Why is that on television? We don't need 4 hours of this a week. I'm like clapping at myself on this one. I don't want to spill my rosé. Okay, priorities.
The bad kid from, you know, things that I did 20 years ago.
Oh, enter Fred. Fred came back. Fred got a date card. If you don't remember Fred, if you don't remember Fred, you should. Fred. That's Blake. Blake just fell out of my hair.
If I were to ask you on a date, would you be open to it?
I'd probably say no.
One down. So Fred was like the camp goer that Rachel knew in her childhood, and on the season of The Bachelorette, Rachel Lindsay's season, she just never gave him a chance. She could never get over what like a troubled child Fred was, which I felt was unfair to Fred. I've interviewed him. Shameless plug. And I thought Fred was nice, and he was cool. But he doesn't make it very far in this show. It's a mini, quickie love triangle between Fred, Dominique, and Dickie. And Dickie wins! Bye, Fred. Who's left? Who's left? I don't know.
Jack needs a kissing one.
Yeah, he does.
Should I try to kiss him and see?
Yeah.
Oh, another kind of game that was played in this episode. Drink every time someone played a game. They're in Mexico. They don't have anything to do. They got in bed games. Apparently, somebody said that Jack Stone is not a good kisser. So the other girls like kissed him to see if he was a good kisser. And Jasmine disagreed, so that was the end of that game. I guess that's friendship. You know, honestly, that's one of those things. If you are a person with an issue like that, it would be nice if someone told you. Like if you know someone who always has bad breath, tell that person. Difficult words to say, but it will change their lives. Speaking of kissing, let's just for a moment take in this moment where I think Robby and Amanda and Raven and Adam were both simultaneously heavy making out in the hot tub. It's too much for me. What am I, a prude? I don't want to see it. Isn't that weird? Isn't that awkward? Don't you see each other out of your peripherals? Or do you keep your eyes closed the whole time? What about when you come up for air? Do you talk to each other? Do you acknowledge that you're both just making out? Do you say, hey, does anybody have a mint? Oh, I have some. That was me. I'm dead. Anyway.
Robby.
Robby.
Now Robby gets a date card. Drink every time somebody gets a date card. You get a date card. You get a date card. You get a date card. Where is Oprah? I want to know if Oprah watches this show. I don't think she does.
But I'm a sucker for family.
Robby gets a date card, and of course he takes Amanda, and you know, great. And I like Robby and Amanda, I do. And I like Robby. Robby's always been very nice to me. But sometimes I do wonder if he's just saying things that he thinks he should say. Like he does this thing where he kind of looks down and then looks over at the person he's talking to. Like he's like, I'm so ready for, you know, a serious relationship.
I think it's obvious. I'm kind of falling for you.
You know, I just think that, yeah, I mean, kids are in my future.
Building something that you want to last takes time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't, yeah, marriage is definitely around the corner. Like, Robby. But the most dangerous part of this game is that Amanda and Robby, seemingly in some kind of like romantic date moment, there were fireworks for them, but they were so close to them. Like, right in front of them, sparks flying everywhere. I'm not even really sure if you can call them fireworks. It was just more so a fire. And I was just thinking, of all people in this cast to be in this situation, these two have the most product in their hair. The most. Step away from the fire. We only want metaphorical fires, not actual ones in paradise. Okay.
Love you guys. Cheers.
And then Ben Z left. He chose to leave. He said, I'm not connecting with anyone here.
And there's nobody here that I'm interested in, so it's pointless to stay.
I'm gonna go Ziz.
I don't want to potentially take a rose away from a guy that wants to be here.
Good for you, Ben Z. I thought he left in a very dignified way. And he went home to his dog. Love you, buddy. You know, honestly, if anybody, what is baffling is that if anyone I think is ready for a serious relationship in this cast, Ben Z is one of like the top dudes who is. Oh, Diggy and Dominique are, you know, a thing, but I just have a hard time getting like, sorry, I have an eyelash extension that has gone awry. Everything is so hard these days. Open your eyes to the possibility of love, everybody. So Diggy and Dominique are a thing, but I just have a hard time getting too like riled up about them because they're both just pretty chill and seem pretty easygoing and don't really cause any drama with anyone. So like, good for them, good for you, good luck to you. Okay, great, you're attractive, enjoy it, great, wonderful. D&D, double D. Great. Oh, Kristen, yes, that's her name, learns that her nickname is Scallops.
People call me Scallops.
You know the scallop story?
No.
Which is not nice. And then everybody is trying to win Kristen's heart. That Blake guy is, Jack Stone is, and I think Ben Z maybe was for a little while. I forget. So everybody's trying to win her heart, and the Blake guy does it by bringing her some scallops.
Oh, boy. I love scallops.
You know, because he really cares. And she eats them, and then they make out. Also, she said they were really greasy. Ew. And then she makes out with Jack. So greasy scallops and two greasy makeouts. I hate to say it, but I mean, it's a no for me. And Kristen's all like,
There are a lot of fish in my sea right now. How did this happen?
how did this happen? Because you're scallops. It's a fish joke.
It is game time. Jack Stone's my competition.
And again, it's a game. Blake's like, he's my competition. Drink every time it was a game. But he cares. He cares. Waboom was the fake one, not Blake. Not Blake. Blake doesn't rhyme with fake. Blake's not fake. Anyway. So then things got dramatic. Dean apologizes to Kristina. But then Dean tells Danielle,
Want to pursue whatever with you.
Happy to hear that.
what? What? Dean, these are called mixed messages. And you're trying not to hurt anybody, but you're gonna end up hurting everybody. Dean! This is the part where you wanna go, ah, Dean! Why, Dean? Why? Why are you doing this to yourself? Are you in over your head in the paradise waters? It's raining the tears of all the fans who believed in Dean. Ugh. I'm not saying Dean's a bad person, but he's certainly making some bad choices here in Paradise. And Dean was a front runner to be the Bachelor, but then he says this.
I just think that I'm not necessarily ready for like that serious of a relationship right now.
That's not what I was asking of you.
Which he's been saying for months. For months, when I interviewed him even, he said he thinks he has a lot of maturing to do if he's gonna be the Bachelor. So if Dean is... Then after Dean and Kristina have this awkward conversation, he's like, I guess let's go meet up with everyone.
I guess let's go meet up with everyone.
And they have to like get off that daybed together and go to the rose ceremony. It's awkward. You can't hide from anyone in Paradise.
I'm your friend, I'll tell you the truth.
Now here was a moment for women, for men, for friendships. Kristina's like, Danielle got in his head. And Raven, who has been slaying this whole season, says, girl, I am gonna give you the truth. And she lays out that truth.
He's the one that is pursuing her.
And Kristina doesn't like it, and she's very upset about it. And then Wells also, like, very sweetly and casually just posed a question.
Why are you fighting for someone who's not fighting for you?
And that seemed to hit home. Sometimes it's hard to listen to your friends. Sometimes you gotta listen to your kind of friend who sort of tends bar in a reality show setting. And the camera really zooms in on Kristina's problem, and she takes a look at herself. And we get a rose ceremony to remember. Kristen gives her rose to Jack, and she's like,
I was really happy to learn that you're not a serial killer.
and some dudes go home, and Kristina is called first. The question is, would Kristina give her rose to Dean? And the answer is no! Instead, she gives a speech about valuing herself, about respecting herself, about being a woman in Bachelor Nation.
I want to be respected, and I want to be put first.
Yes, Kristina! Let rain forth from the ceiling the confetti and rose petals of relationships past. Let them build up again into a swirling fire that will not light your head on fire with your hairspray, but instead will fire you into the sky, from which you shall see your true love. Down below you, you shall land. You shall collect him. You shall ascend to the heavens, and there you shall be happy. What am I talking about?
Look what you made me do.
Kristina goes home into the like SUV Mexico Uber that's waiting for her. And here's what was interesting. Dean follows her. Dean, why? Dean, sit down. No, no, no. You had your time. You had your moment. She didn't ask you to follow her. And Kristina's like, oh, okay. And then they like hug. And it's like, no, no, no. And then Dean is so shaken that he thinks Danielle's not gonna give him the rose, but why wouldn't she, since he told her he picked her? She gives him the rose, and that's how it goes. And Dean, Kristina, Danielle, D'Lo, love triangle is broken. Shattered into a million pieces. It was our Illuminati for a while, but now it's just broken glass. Every love triangle has its thorns. What did you guys think of how it ended? The love triangle is finally over, and I was surprised by how things went down. I thought, I must say that, I don't know, I thought Kristina was gonna like leave before a rose ceremony ever happened. I was pretty shocked when Dean went to Danielle and was like, I pick you, because this whole time he was like, Kristina's so smart and Danielle's so hot. And like, I see a relationship with Kristina, but I guess I'm just saying I wanna do stuff with Danielle. And then he picked Danielle. Interesting. And again, let's go back and let's make the takeaway what Raven said, which is that it is not about woman versus woman. It is about women versus man. Let me know what you guys thought of this episode of Bachelor in Paradise. This season is winding down. We've all spent 4 hours of our week every week investing into it, so you must have thoughts. Let me know over on Twitter, Instagram, or Snapchat. And of course, make sure to like ET on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube for all sorts of fabulous Bachelor content. I drink to all of you, to your places in the heavens with other women and friends and not men. But guys, I love you too. I freaking love you too. But friends till the end, relationships till somewhere in the middle. Bye! And so is Bachelor in Paradise, everybody. No, we gotta change the chair. This chair has a lot to say about all the gas everybody was blowing up each other's you-know-whats in Paradise.